Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. This is IU East Red Wolves basketball at the national tournament. We are 7 minutes to tip off. 7 minutes to tip off between IU East and Tabor. Greetings, Red Wolf Nation, and welcome to Indiana University East Basketball at IUERedWolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. The Red Wolves men's basketball team, hoping its fourth trip to the national tournament is a charm, as they lead off what's actually a NAIA national tournament doubleheader for IU East fans. First, we've got the IU East men's team here in Point Lookout, Missouri, just a couple hop, skip, and a jump shot south of Branson, Missouri at the College of the Ozarks. Later this afternoon at 4:30 IU East time, we hope you'll also tune in to hear the IU East women making their national tournament debut. They'll be taking on Olivet Nazarene University in Sioux City again at 4:30 IU East time. And you can listen to that game at the exact same spot you're listening to this one. Just make sure to refresh your browser sometime before the end of the men's game and the start of the women's game, and you can hear both of them today here at IUERedWolves.com. But first, the focus is on the men's game. IU East comes into this ranked 31st in the final NAIA Division II men's basketball coaches poll that was released just after the conference tournaments, taking on the 6th-ranked Tabor College Blue Jays. Tabor comes into this with a record of 30-3. The winner will face Valley City State on March 11th tomorrow at 2:45 IU East time. Valley City was a come-from-behind 65-64 winner against Tennessee Wesleyan College in the first game today here at Keeter Gymnasium, and they advance to the round of 16. Await the winner of this matchup between Tabor and IU East. IU East has been idle since February 27th, a setback against Cincinnati Christian in the KIAC tournament semifinals. This is the first NAIA meeting between IU East and Tabor. In fact, IU East has never played an active member of Tabor's conference, the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, so the Red Wolves with a different competition or a different conference to compete against today. As we mentioned, IU East making its fourth appearance at the Division II Men's Basketball National Championship, looking for their fourth win. Also appeared in 2011, 2012, and 2015. Kind of some numbers to look at for IU East. They're 9-0 if they shoot 480 or better from the field, and they're 9-0 if they score 80 points or more. So basically, if you're IU East, you know that for the most part, you're always going to get a pretty solid defensive effort. The question is, can you make enough shots, score enough points to make that defensive effort hold up? Sophomore guard Lucas Huffman, the top scorer for IU East with 15.7 points a game. And senior guard Parker Salinas, he hasn't cooled off since joining the starting lineup back on January 9th. He's averaged 18.7 points a game, hit more than half of his field goals and more than half of his three-pointers since joining the starting lineup. Let's take a look at these Tabor Blue Jays. Again, ranked 6th in the NAIA Division II men's basketball coaches poll. They are the second seed in what they're calling the Kramer bracket. They've divided the NAIA tournament. It's 32 teams divided into 4 8-team brackets. Tabor is the number 2 seed in the Kramer bracket. IU East is the number 7 seed. The Blue Jays' most recent game was a 75-68 victory against Southwestern College. That was back on February 29th in the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference Championship game. Tabor ran the table in the KCAC regular season and league tournament. They were the first team to have a perfect league record in the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference since 1996, and the first team to do it with a 20-0 record. They've expanded from 9 teams to 11 teams. Tabor 20-0 in the league in the regular season and then won the conference tournament as well. The Blue Jays, a very, very, very efficient offensive team. Most of the focus for IU East in the practices leading up to this tournament matchup were on the defensive end of the floor. Lance Carter, he's a 6'4 junior forward. He's able to be saying a lot for Tabor. He's the one that makes things go for the Blue Jays. Averages 18.3 points a game. He's also 12th in the nation with 5.6 assists per game. And for good measure, he's also the Blue Jays' top rebounder with 8.1 per game. He is the KCAC Player of the Year. 2 of Tabor's senior guards also average in double digits in scoring. DeMarco Smith, a 6-foot guard, he averages 14.4 points a game. Malik Brooks, a 5'11 guard, he contributes 13.6 points per game. And between Carter, Smith, and Brooks, they take about half of the shots for the Blue Jays. So you'll be hearing those 3 names a lot this afternoon. Jonathan Gibson, 6'8 junior forward for Tabor. He is the league's Defensive Player of the Year. So not only did they run the table, but Tabor pretty much swept all the league awards in the KCAC this year. Blue Jays are 22nd in the nation with 84 points a game. They're 23rd in the nation with an 8.6 average margin of victory, and they're 25th in the nation in field goal percentage at about 47%. This is the 10th appearance at the NAIA Division II Men's Basketball National Championship for Tabor. However, the Blue Jays are seeking their first national tournament win since all the way back in 2001. Tabor's lost its last 6 games at the national tournament, including one-and-dones in 2014 and 2015. That one in 2014 was against a name we would know, Indiana University Southeast. The Grenadiers rallied in the last minute to win that game. Take a real quick look at the starting lineups for IU East, the lineup they've been going with for the last month. Dom Williams will start at forward. Then Jacoby Claypool, also from Fort Wayne, at point guard. Vache Davis will start at guard. Lucas Huffman at guard. And Parker Salinas at guard. For Tabor, the starting lineup, number 0, Devondre Jones, a 6'4 junior from Fridley, Minnesota. Joined in the starting lineup, Lance Carter, again, the one that makes things go for Tabor. He's a 6'4 junior forward, fairly close to IU East, actually, from Troy, Ohio. Also starting for Tabor, number 2, DeMarco Smith. He is a 6-foot senior guard from Topeka, Kansas. Rounding out the starting lineup, senior guard Malik Brooks, 5'11", from the great state of Texas. And number 31, Jonathan Gibson, the 6'8 junior forward. He is from Grenada. Rounding out the starting lineup for Tabor. So they've just introduced the Champions of Character Awards for both teams, tradition here at the national tournament. And they're about to tip this one off between IU East and Tabor. Again, the Red Wolves hoping 4th time is a charm. This is the 4th trip to the national tournament, looking for that first breakthrough victory to perhaps break through to the round of 16, which will all take place tomorrow. Jonathan Gibson steps into the circle for Tabor. He'll go up against Dom Williams for IU East. If you're watching the live video stream at NAINetwork.com and listening to us, thank you. We do appreciate it. IU East is in red. Tabor is in gold. Red Wolves will be going from left to right on your dial, whereas Tabor will be going right to left. Dom Williams a little jumpy, jumped before, almost jumped again before the ball went up, and finally they'll just let it go. But in to steal the tip is Jacoby Claypool. He'll duck in between some defenders and take it to the left side. Pass into traffic, Lucas Huffman in the middle of the paint. Nice dish down low to Dom Williams. Dom will put it up with the right hand and score. 2-0 IU East, but very quickly the other way. Gibson broke free momentarily. He thought he was going to go in for a layup, but Vache Davis on the hustle, able to knock it out of the hands of Gibson. Off of Vache's knee, though, and it'll stay Tabor ball. 2-0 IU East, 19:43 to go. We're just underway in this first half of play here from Keeter Gym on the campus of the College of the Ozarks here in Point Lookout, Missouri. Now with the ball, that is Brooks. Brooks will give it to DeMarco Smith, 25 feet out on the left side. 2 defenders jump at him. He's still going to take it with the left hand, shoot the floater, fading left. No good. Vache Davis got a hand on the rebound. Then after a couple more tips, he brings it down, gives it to Jacoby Claypool. He'll bring it up the middle. Stops, head to the left side, tries to go to Dom Williams at the left elbow. Can't corral the pass. And got retrieved by Tabor. Long pass ahead to Devondre Jones. That was a nice dish from Carter. And it looks like Tabor's going to look to run at every opportunity. They've gotten ahead of the Red Wolves twice on fast breaks. Red Wolves able to track it down the first time. Not so on that last one. That ties it at 2. We have 18:50 to go in the first half. Now Lucas Huffman drives baseline. Kicks to the right corner. Vache Davis will try the triple and knock it down. 5-2 IU East. Vache Davis knocks down the 3. Red Wolves lead 5-2, 18:40 to go in the first half. Now here is Carter. You're going to hear his name a lot. He takes a few dribbles to the right wing, kicks out to DeMarco Smith. Smith at the volleyball line, goes left side to Malik Brooks. They'll try the lob pass into Gibson, but there from the help side to steal it away is Parker Salinas. He'll give it to Jacoby Claypool, and here come the Red Wolves leading 5-2. Jacoby goes to Dom Williams in the left corner. Dom looks for Vache on the wing, gives it to him. Now quickly around, it goes in the corner to Salinas. Salinas dribbles down against Smith, goes up. Can't get it to go, but draws the foul. And that is going to be the first foul of the ball game. It's going to go against DeMarco Smith, his first, team's first. And Parker Salinas will go to the line to shoot 2 with 18:06 to go in this first half of play. Red Wolves leading 5-2. First shot up, first shot no good. Parker will get another one. Parker, of course, has been on fire basically everywhere in the latter stages of the season, including from the free throw line. This one also no good. Coming down with the rebound is DeMarco Smith, and he'll give it to Lance Carter. He'll bring it up quickly. Vache picks him up at the volleyball line. Carter goes past him. Don Williams there to help, but going to get called for the hand check. So first foul on IU East. Ball will go out of bounds to the Blue Jays. They'll have it on their right side just underneath the goal. 5-2 Red Wolves. Out to Carter. Vache Davis guards him. He'll have the defensive assignment on him for a majority of the night. Gets help from Don Williams. Now a quick ball movement goes inside to Gibson. Gibson looks, tries to do an interior pass to Jones. Jones can't get it to go from in close on the left side. And there to corral the loose rebound is Jacoby Claypool for IU East. Jacoby goes left to right, pulls it back out to Vache Davis. Head fake, drives left, shoots left, and scores left off the glass. So Vache with 5 quick points, 7-2 IU East. 17:30 to go in the first half. Now a trap up top. They're going to throw it in the corner. Carter able to get it to Jones. Jones will drive on Dom Williams. Kicks out to Malik Brooks. Thought about the three. Thinks better of it. Gives it to Lance Carter at the top. Carter will drive against Claypool. Hand off to Brooks. And then pass on the left side to DeMarco Smith. Smith dribbles right. Goes between the legs against Huffman. To the basket and scores. Nice move. Made the turn and was able to get to the basket on the right side. 7-4 IU East. We're under 17 minutes to go in this first half. Here's Parker Salinas to Dom Williams in the corner. Vache Davis thinks about the three, thinks better of it, drives into the middle, and kicks back out to Jacoby Claypool. 15 on the shot clock. Jacoby, 2 dribbles in, 2 dribbles back. Now he'll take it against the bigger Gibson. Got the mismatch out to Dom Williams. Can't get the three to go. Rebound pulled down by Gibson, and here comes Carter on the run. Dom Williams picks him up, leaves him for Vache Davis. And now Carter will signal play. Carter to the left side. Dribble handoff to Brooks. Cross-court pass to Smith. Smith looks to go inside. Long pass. Thought they had an open cutter with Carter going through, but it sails out of bounds. Ball goes back to IU East. Red Wolves lead 7-4. We've got 16:20 to go in the first half. First sub of the ball game coming in for Tabor. That's Alan Arushia. Checking out is DeMarco Smith. And when Arushia is in, he's probably going to run the point. That's what we saw most of the time on tape getting ready for this ball game. Here is Jacoby Claypool. To Vache Davis in the left corner. Back to Jacoby. Out top to Dom Williams. And now to Parker Salinas. Cross-court pass to Davis. He'll shoot another three and hit another three. Vache off to a quick start. Red Wolves off to a quick start. It's 10-4 IU East. Back into the forecourt, it's Tabor. They'll go to Carter on the left side. Gets help from Jacoby Claypool. Quick pass cross-court to Arushia. Hands off on the opposite side. That's Brooks. Brooks goes between the legs, passes to Carter. Carter will try the left side. Salinas on him. Now switch. Jacoby's on him. Carter, shot clock at 3, shot clock at 2, and we have a whistle. What's it going to be? And a foul on IU East. That's a tough one against the Red Wolves as the shot clock was down to 3. Parker... The Red Wolves talked about being in on the catch throughout this game, but a little too much in on the catch on that one. He gets called for the personal. 10-4 IU East, 15:30 to go. Driving in, that was Brooks, and Red Wolves thought maybe they'd have the charge. They're going to say Dom Williams didn't quite get there in time. So that's 2 fouls on Dom Williams. And Aaron Thomas is going to check in for him momentarily. Going to the line for Tabor is going to be Malik Brooks. For IU East. Several dribbles by Brooks, and he knocks down the free one for his first point. You heard the buzzer. Brooks checks in, or my apologies, Thomas checks in to replace Dom Williams, who has the 2 fouls. Thomas, the freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also checking in for Tabor, John Jednick from Minnesota. He'll replace Gibson. 10-5 after the made free throw. And make it 10-6 after the second made free throw. 15:26 to go in the first half. Here comes Jacoby Claypool. He's guarded by Brooks. Calls the signals, goes between the legs, looks for Parker Salinas on the right side about 30 feet out. to Vache Davis on the left side, fakes the pass back to Parker, and then goes to Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby to a cutting Parker in the corner to Vache Davis. Vache switches hands, drives, shoots, and scores. Vache's got 10 by himself, and IU East leads 12-6. And Red Wolves put some pressure on in preseason, or I should say pregame prep. They'll take the turnovers if they can get it, but the main thing they've seen when Tabor is able to get into its offense without any challenge whatsoever in the full court, they are really hard to stop. So the main thing IU East looking for here just to get defenders on the Blue Jays before the Blue Jays can attack. And they attack anyway as Malik Brooks able to get free on the left side, knocks down the three-pointer, cuts the IU East lead to 12-6. My apologies, 12-9. 12-9, it was 12-6. Here's Parker now on the drive. They're having success with that. Got a little tied up. Aaron Thomas there for the offensive rebound. Quickly to Lucas Huffman. They'll go around to Parker. This time he'll try the three in the corner. No good. Rebound Thomas again. And as he falls to the floor, they're going to say he was knocked down by Malik Brooks. The ball will stay with IU East. First foul on Brooks. As here comes Kyle Pippinger checking in for Parker Salinas. Second sub of the game for IU East. IU East ball, inbounds to Vache Davis. And what do we got here? They're going to say illegal screen. That's going to go on Jacoby Claypool. They're going to say he got a little too much body on the Tabor defender when they were doing that handoff. Red Wolves keep the press on. It goes in to Arusha, pass to Brooks, back to Arusha on the left side. They basically go cross-court, cross-court, cross-court to get it across. Here is Arusha on the drive. He'll shoot with the left hand. And as he went flying out of bounds, it landed on his foot. It would have been a 50-50 call otherwise. Maybe the Red Wolves blocked it, but it sure looked like it may have slipped as well. Either way, it landed on the Tabor player out of bounds. So it'll stay with IU East. 12-9, Red Wolves lead. Checking in for IU East, Nick Bolenbacher. Checking out Jacoby Claypool. We mentioned Pippinger in for IU East. Junior transfer from Tri-Village High School. Seeing his first action, as you know, if you're a Red Wolf fan, had the appendectomy on the first day of the conference tournament, and seeing his first action since that. So good to see Kyle Pippinger back on the court. And I believe I have to double check. He had some national tournament experience his first year at Huntington, where he played his first 2 seasons. Here's Pip to Thomas. Thomas one dribble to Nick Bolenbacher, the senior from Cedar Lake. Lucas Huffman with his first shot. Good. Red Wolves ran a weave action out top, and it wound up an open look for Lucas Huffman from 15 feet away, and he knocked it down. IU East leads 14-9. We're 13:30 left in the first half. Out top is Smith. Smith dribbles to the left side, leaves it for Arusha. Arusha drives to the right side. They're doing a weave of their own out top. In the corner, it goes to Smith. And now we're going to have an offensive foul, or an illegal screen, I should say, on Tulio Perry, 6'6" junior from Los Angeles, who is checked in for Tabor. His first, so both teams have traded essentially illegal screens in the last few minutes of play. Basically they're saying you can't bump or brush off on the dribble handoffs is what they're saying to both teams here. 14-9, IU East leads, 13:15 to go in the first half. Here is Vache Davis with 10 quick points in the early going. To Nick Bolenbacher, to Lucas Huffman out top. Back to Bolenbacher on the left wing. Tried to feed it into Vache Davis and punched out of bounds by DeMarco Smith. And they're actually going to say a foul on DeMarco Smith. That is his second. So a big foul there against Tabor because Smith is their number 2 scorer. Now he's going to take a seat with 2 fouls. 14-9 Red Wolves, 13:08 to go in the first half. High inbounds to Huffman on the left side. He looks for help, goes to Kyle Pippinger. Pippinger back to Huffman on the left wing, looks for help, goes to Pippinger, top of the key, and now around right wing to Bolenbacher. Shot clock down to 15, pass to Vache Davis at the top of the key. Vache calls a play, looks for Huffman, passes it to him on the wing, down to 10 on the shot clock, to Bolenbacher at the elbow, kicks back to Lucas Huffman, he'll try the triple, bang! 17-9, IU East by 8, 12:35 to go in this first half. Quickly the other way is Carter, tries the left side and dribbles it off of his knee. Vache pumped up, he's got the defense on Carter. And an 8-point lead for IU East with 12:32 to go in the first half, and Tabor wants to talk this over. 17-9 IU East, so certainly an encouraging start for the Red Wolves. Tabor with the timeout. Quick look at some of the early numbers. Both teams shooting quite well from the field. IU East has hit 7 of its 10 field goals. That's 70%. Tabor has only shot 5 times. They've hit 3 of them. They're shooting 60%. Red Wolves have hit 3 of their 5 3-point attempts. Tabor's hit their only one. Tabor 2 of 2 from the line. IU East missed both of its free throws. Red Wolves with 4 rebounds to Tabor's 2. That was a big point of emphasis for the Red Wolves, was the rebounding. They felt that Tabor, in fact, a hyper-efficient offensive team, and then if you give them extra chances on top of that, then it's going to be a long night. You're going to have a real hard time stopping them. So, encouraging sign, not just the score, but to see the Red Wolves taking care of business so far on the rebounding end. 5 turnovers so far for Tabor. That's a big factor. That many turnovers this far in the early going. And 2 turnovers for IU East. Teams back on the floor. IU East leads 17-9. 12:32 to go in the first half. And Lucas Huffman will bring it in for IU East. And now Tabor will give a full court defensive look of its own. Lucas calls for Nick Bollenbacher, gives it to him, and now the Blue Jays back off. Bollenbacher brings it against Brooks. To Vache Davis. To Lucas Huffman. To Kyle Pippinger on the right side. Pip drives, and they're going to say ran into 2 defenders, and they're going to say his toe hit the baseline. So turnover IU East, and ball back to Tabor. Subs back in for IU East. Parker Salinas and Jacoby Claypool check in. Kyle Pippinger and Vache Davis check out. 12:16 to go in the first half. IU East leads by 8, 17-9. Seeking that first breakthrough national tournament win in their 4th appearance here at Point Lookout, Missouri College of the Ozarks. Out top, Carter, almost tipped away by Lucas Huffman, but able to chase it down is Brooks. Down to 16 on the shot clock. Here's Arusha on the left side. He'll stop, pass to Carter. Carter, between the legs, looks for the screen. He'll wave off the screen from Jednick. He'll take it himself. Spin, shoot, blocked away by Aaron Thomas. Picked up by Parker Salinas. Here's Jacoby Claypool on the run. Ducks under a defender. Up and in with the right hand. And the Red Wolves have opened up a 10-point lead, 19-9. Red Wolves sharp in the early going. Here's Perry. Goes inside to Jednick. He'll fake. He'll shoot. He'll score. He got in. He wasn't just on the block. He was in the middle of the paint. Got great position, and not much Aaron Thomas could do to stop that once he established that position. So 19-11. IU East still up by 8. We're at 11:20 to go in the first half. Here is Huffman. Ducks under. IU East having good success driving the left side. Parker or Salinas will try the right side, up and in. And so far, the Red Wolves able to get to the basket pretty much whenever they want. 21-11. Now Jednick kicks out to Brooks. Brooks can't make the three-pointer. Rebounded by Thomas. Clapping for it is Jacoby Claypool, and he'll get the outlet pass. Leaves it for Parker Salinas. Screens for Parker. Takes the left side, up and in. The Red Wolves are honestly driving at will on the Tabor Blue Jays right now, especially on the left side, and they're up to a 23-11 lead. 10:41 to go in the first half. Here is Brooks to Carter. Gets 2 defenders. He'll pass over to Arusha. Arusha drives, shoots, scores. So some good offense by Tabor the last couple trips as well, and they can get hot in a hurry from what we've seen. So a 10-point lead for IU East, while encouraging, it could be gone in a hurry if the Red Wolves don't stay with it. Huffman will try the three-pointer from the corner. No good. Rebound comes down to Carter. Carter tried to skip it ahead to Jednick. Ball on the floor. Picked up by Perry. Perry can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out to Arusha. He'll make the one-handed pass down low to Jednick. And Jednick scores 23-15. After the ball got knocked every which way but loose, Tabor picked it up each time and was able to convert the basket. 23-15 Red Wolves, still ahead by 8. 9:50 to go. Here is Jacoby Claypool. Dribbles to the right side, and a steal by Lance Carter. Jacoby got a little loose with the dribble, but able to tip it back as IU East. Jacoby comes up with it. They got a loose ball situation. Nick Bollenbacher knocks down the 3. And the Red Wolves push it back out to an 11-point lead at 26-15. 26-15 IU East. We're halfway through this first half. Here is Brooks. Brooks will leave it for Jednick. Jednick will try the three and miss it long off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by Perry. Perry fakes, shoots, passes, my apologies. Stolen by Jacoby Claypool. He'll leave it for Lucas Huffman. Stolen right back by Lance Carter, who's got 2 steals on the last 2 trips. Carter will take it himself. Euro step, leaves it for Jednick, and he scores. And it's 26-17. As there's about 8 subs at the scores table, as both teams are pretty well gassed after some up and down, back and forth action on both ends of the floor. And so IU East is going to wind up taking a timeout. No media timeouts here in the national tournament, or at least in the early stages. So any timeouts you see or hear are going to be taken by the teams themselves. So when they come back, there's going to be a whole bunch of subs. IU East leading by 9. It'll be IU East ball, as both teams have really had success on offense. Red Wolves still shooting almost 70%. Tabor not too shabby themselves, up around 60%. For IU East, it's Vache Davis, Nick Bolenbacher, Jason Ray, Parker Salinas, and Kyle Pippinger. And for Tabor, they're going to go out of the timeout with Alan Arushia, Lance Carter, Malik Brooks, Devondre Jones, and Jonathan Gibson has checked back in for the Blue Jays. So a lot of subs both ways after that frantic up and down stretch that we had in the last couple minutes. Vache Davis with the 10 early points. Goes to Nick Bolenbacher, who hit a 3 on the last trip. Over to Parker Salinas. He fakes to Bolenbacher, top of the key. Skip packs to Parker. He'll try the 3 short. Rebound comes down to Gibson. Gibson will go to Carter. Carter will bring it up the right side. Jason Ray tries to slow him down, and they're going to get Jason. He didn't really reach in, so I guess we'll call it a bump in. There was contact, but he never really extended the hand, so we'll call it a bump in on Jason. His first, team's 5th. 8:31 to go in the first half. Red Wolves with that 9-point lead. Inbound will go to Arushia. He'll point left, sending Brooks in motion that way. They'll go out of the 1-4 offense. That's what most of their possessions are. To Brooks at the top of the key, looking for Carter. He'll try it from the right elbow, fading back, no good, rolls off the rim. Vache Davis there for the rebound. Vache will bring it himself down the right side. Cross court to Nick Bolenbacher. 2-3 look now for Tabor. They had to do something to slow down the drives that IU East was getting pretty much at will early on. IU East with that alley-oop play, and it connects. Nick Bolenbacher connects with Vache Davis. Didn't quite dunk it, but he still put it through for 2 points, 28-17. It's the alley-oop play. If you're an IU East fan, you've seen it many, many, many times and able to work it to perfection. On the other end, Brooks can't get it to go. Bolenbacher out-jumps Gibson for the rebound. Here's Vache Davis on the left wing. Thinks about the 3. Instead, they'll go to Parker for 3 on the right side. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Brooks, and Brooks will bring it himself up the left side. Brooks back to Arushia. Cross court goes to Carter. Carter looks at Jason Ray, can't drive, will go to Arushia in the left corner. Quick pass to Devondre Jones. Jones spins, shoots, scores. He caught it at the right elbow, dribbled, spun, shot with one hand, and got it to go. So 28-19. The IU East lead is 9. We're coming up on 7 minutes left in this first half. Here comes Nick Bolenbacher, still a 2-3 look for Tabor. Brad Hunt is now in for IU East. They go 2 posts now. High post to Jason. To Brad Hunt, turn, scores. Tabor with one player 6'8", no one else taller than 6'4", so IU East with 2 bigs, and they figure between Jason Ray and Brad Hunt, if they're both in there, someone's going to get an open look. Speaking of open looks on the other end, Malik Brooks caught it on the left wing, drove to the right elbow, elevated and scored, so 30-21, IU East by 9. They've traded baskets the last several minutes. If you're IU East, you've got the 9-point lead, so you can live with trading baskets for a little bit, but obviously if you're the coaches, you want to see the defense locked in a little bit as well. Bolenbacher on the drive. Kick to Parker Salinas in the corner. There we go. He missed his first couple, but he knocked that one down from the corner, so Parker with his first triple of the afternoon, 33-21, IU East. Here is Brooks to Carter. Right elbow extended. Left side to Brooks. He'll try the long 3. Spins in, spins out. Brad Hunt there for the rebound. He'll give it to Nick Bolenbacher. He'll bring it going left to right. To Vache Davis. Looks for Parker Salinas on the back cut. Can't make the connection. He'll go to Jason Ray in the corner instead. Cross-court pass and now in the corner to Salinas. High post to Jason Ray. Low post to Brad Hunt. Brad goes up strong. and he'll get fouled by Lance Carter. Say Jason and Brad are in there together. Tabor has one 6'8" person, Gibson, in there who can deal with one of them, but everyone else 6'4". So as long as these matchups stay the same, IU East is going to be able to do pretty much whatever it wants, high post, low post. And we see that Jednick's going to check in for Tabor to address that situation for the Blue Jays. 33-21 IU East. Brad Hunt will go to the line to shoot 2. He took it up strong, drew the foul. And good form on the free throw, but it doesn't drop. So it stays at 33-21. Brad, just the third free throw of the year, actually, for Brad. So now 2 for 3. He'd made his first 2. 33-21, Red Wolves. 5:46 to go in this first half. And delay as they're cleaning up a wet spot at the scorers table. Both teams subbing quite frequently, and as a result, there's a bit of perspiration piled up on the opposite scorers table. They'll take care of that, and then they'll get the ball to Brad Hunt for the second of 2 free throws. Brad dribbles, Brad eyes, Brad flies. That's off the front of the rim, but rolls in. Shooter's bounce, 34-21. Red Wolves have pushed it out to a 13-point lead. Here is Carter. Left-handed pass to Jones. Jones takes it up strong on the left side and scores. The Red Wolves were there to contest. Just a good take by Jones. 34-23. Red Wolf lead is 11. Here's Vache Davis. Dribbles left. Drives right. Pass off, and they're going to say he drew the foul on the way to the basket. It'll be the 6th foul on Tabor, so the Red Wolves one more from shooting the 1-and-1. It's on Devondre Jones. That's his first. And now IU East mixing and matching as well. Jacoby Claypool in. Jason Ray out. As IU East continues to lead by 11. They've got the ball under their own basket. 5:22 left in the first half. Quick inbound to Vache Davis. No good from the corner off the back of the rim. Rebound to Jones. Here comes Carter. Carter not waiting for anyone. They tried to look from the block, but unable to get a shot off his Jednick. And now Tabor back at the top. They've got it in the hands of Brooks. Brooks quickly to Carter, even more quickly to Jones. Jones dribbling against Huffman. Leans in, shoots, can't get it to go. Ball loose. Nick Bollenbacher in amongst the trees, able to get the rebound. Quick pass to Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby stops, leaves it for Nick. Over to Lucas Huffman. Lucas. Back top to Nick Bollenbacher. Now on the left side to Jacoby Claypool. He'll get the ball screen from Brad Hunt. And now pass to Vache Davis. Jump stop to Lucas. To Nick for 3. Good. Bollenbacher's got a couple triples. IU East out to a 14-point lead. 37-23. Most of IU East players, in fact, all but 2 played at this round last year. So nerves definitely not a factor. And they're playing like a team that's played in this gym many, many, many times. You may have heard over the loudspeaker, Nick Bollenbacher on the bump will be the 16th foul on IU East. So 4:28 as we enter the final phase of this first half of play. Ball into Carter. He'll quickly bounce pass to Arushia. He'll fake the 3. Now left side to Carter. Guarded by Vache. Spins. Leaves it down low. Tried to get to Jednick. Couldn't make the connection. And Lucas Huffman comes up with a loose ball. Quickly to Jacoby. Quickly to Nick Bollenbacher on the left side. Back to Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby to Nick. Thinks about the 3. Gets a screen from Nate Niehoff. And now they'll go back around to Vache Davis. Vache, top of the key, Jacoby. Now Nick to Lucas. Blue Jays extending the defense a little bit. Not quite as many looks. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Here's Vache. He'll try the 3. No good, front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Malik Brooks. And here comes Tabor. Lance Carter. Guarded by Huffman. Fakes the shot, keeps his dribble, spins into the middle, nice head fake, shoots and scores. Some of the IU East fans wanting to travel, but I believe he kept his pivot foot. A nice move by Lance Carter. And believe it or not, that's his first basket of the game. He averages 18 a game, and the first 2 there for Carter, the top scorer for the Blue Jays. Red Wolves still lead by 12, 37-25. Quick pass underneath. Jacoby Claypool, thread of the needle. Found Vache Davis on the left side. IU East back up by 14 at 39-25. Now here's Tabor quickly. Pass out to Carter. Fakes Bollenbacher out of the way, takes the 3-pointer off the dribble, and good. From the right side, Carter with a quick 5 points. And IU East lead is 11, 39-28. Here is Vache Davis to Jacoby Claypool, to Lucas Huffman. Now it's in Bolenbacher's hand on the left side. Nick waves his hand looking for a cutter. Now he'll try Jacoby Claypool in the corner. Tabor still in the 2-3. Here's Nate Niehoff at the elbow. Shot clock at 6, shot clock at 5. Huffman on the side quickly to Nick Bolenbacher at 2. He'll try the one-hander, no good. You heard the buzzer go off, but there for the rebounds, Nate Niehoff. They'll kick it out with 2:30 to go in the first half. Back into Nate. Tried to leave it for Vache Davis, and it went out of bounds. Couldn't quite make the connection. Nate, he definitely had a cutting Vache, maybe got a little too deep. Ball trickles out of bounds, and ball back to Tabor, 39-28, 2:25 here to go in this first half. Fast-paced first half. We've only been at it for about 35 minutes. Bringing it up is Arusha, guarded by Claypool. He'll go to the right side. One-handed pass to Brooks. Brooks spins, pass back to Arusha. Now they're going to try Carter down low. And an offensive foul on Lance Carter as Parker Salinas got there so that when Carter turned, he went down and they got him for the offensive foul. His first. My apologies, that is his second. So now 2 of Tabor's big 3 in a bit of foul trouble. 2 fouls for Carter, 2 fouls for DeMarco Smith. And IU East with an 11-point lead. Coming up on 2 minutes left in this first half. Jacoby to Vache Davis on the left side. Back to Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby will go to Parker Salinas. Parker to Vache Davis. Vache behind the back, between the legs, goes to Jacoby. Shot clock at 15, corner to Salinas. Now left wing to Jacoby. To Huffman, now in the corner, Vache. He'll drive it, he'll stop, he'll shoot, he'll score! Vache drove to about 10 feet, stopped, elevated, and knocked it down, 41-28 Red Wolves. Here is Arusha with the high dribble. Still keeps it going. Shots from the right side's no good. Here's Jacoby Claypool on the run. Up to Vache Davis. He'll try the left side. Shoot and trickles off. But he did draw the foul, so Vache will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul will be against signal 21, Jordan Horstick, who checked in when Carter went out with 2 fouls. So IU East with a 13-point lead. 41-28, and then Vache Davis is going to go to the line to shoot 2. First one off the back of the rim, no good. Still 41-28. If there's any nit to pick with what we've seen of IU East so far, missed a few free throws, left a few points on the table in the early going. But otherwise, everything going just swimmingly for the Red Wolves in this first half. You hear Perry in for Tabor. Arusha is going to check out. Be interested to see who runs the point for Tabor with this set. Most likely Brooks. Most of the tape we've seen, it was either Carter or Arusha running the point for the Blue Jays. 41-28, IU East leads. 1:29 to go in this first half. Shot up for Vache there. He knocks down the second one. And it's a 42-28 lead for the Red Wolves as we go under 90 seconds in this first half. Here is Brooks. Jump handoff to Perry. Around to Horstick. And we've got a collision down low. And they're going to say they signaled Parker Salinas. And then they announced Nate Niehoff. And I thought they signaled Lucas Huffman. Until proven otherwise, we'll say that was on Nate Niehoff. That puts Tabor in the bonus. So shooting the 1-and-1 will be John Jednick. And Jednick is not someone you want to foul. He made 81% of his free throws during the regular season. This one is, wow, no good off the right side of the rim. That must have slipped off his hand for an 80% shooter to miss one like that. Missed badly off the right side of the rim. So Red Wolves a chance to build on a 14-point lead as we go under a minute in this first half. Here's Lucas, shot clock under 20. To Parker, game clock under a minute. First half, Red Wolves by 14. Lucas Huffman shoots the 3 from the top of the key, swish! 45-28, IU East by 17. 50 seconds to go in the half. Brooks on the right side, guarded by Claypool. Hands off to Horstick. Cross-court pass to Perry. Perry guarded by Huffman. In there for the steal is Jacoby Claypool. It goes to Parker Salinas. In the corner to Jacoby. 10-second difference between the clocks, and IU East is going to milk it down to about 10 seconds. make the most of this last possession. IU East leads 45-28. Red Wolf fans, and a pretty good contingent of them, have made the 8-hour drive from Richmond to their feet. Game clock at 20, shot clock at 8. Here's Vache. He's been red hot. Tries the fall away, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound to Jones. We're at 11. Plenty of time for Brooks. He goes past Claypool, goes into the middle. No good. Wild shot. Can't get it to go. 2 tips by Jednick. Tries to get it. Parker tried to clear it. Couldn't do it. But it went in the corner to Brooks, contested by Salinas. And an air ball to conclude the first half. And the Red Wolves, everything goes right in the first half for IU East. They're going to go to the locker room with a 45-28 lead after a very impressive first half against the number 6 team in the nation and the number 2 seed in this Kramer bracket. 45-28 IU East. Now, we've seen a lot of comebacks. We've been here for most of the games, and so certainly don't want to relax too much if you're IU East, but certainly a very promising first 20 minutes of action. Joined by special guest Craig Westcott from the track here in Branson. Craig, thank you so much for joining us. You're the honorary coach and sponsor of our team here, which is one of the neat things that they do at the national tournament. And, you definitely had to enjoy that first half.
It was awesome. It was nonstop action. The guys were on fire, playing hard. Shots are falling when they should, all that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun. Good half.
So we've hit 60% of our regular field goals and 55% from 3. What would it take for us to get you back to Richmond for all of our games at this rate?
We've got a lot of go-karts, so I think we could probably just get a fleet going that direction. So it's awesome. Yeah, we hope it keeps up in the second half. Guys keep playing hard.
This is the second time that the track's been the sponsor for IU East. We've been here plenty of times and enjoyed your facility a great deal. For our fans in Richmond, and I know quite a few people that make vacation trips to Branson, I want you to tell our fans a little bit about your facility and some of the things they can enjoy when they make the trip to Branson.
So we have the Track Family Fun Parks. It's 4 facilities here in Branson. We got everything from 4-story tall go-kart tracks all the way down to where 4-year-olds can drive their own go-karts. Bumper boats, mini golf, laser tag, batting cages, all sorts of stuff that families enjoy. So we've got, this is our 35th anniversary. We celebrate this Memorial Day weekend, so we're pretty excited.
And some new additions in the last few months I've heard about. Why don't you tell us a little about some special new additions you have?
Well, we were able to secure something a lot different than what we have now. We have the famed Chicago Navy Pier Ferris wheel. That Navy Pier is putting up a new Ferris wheel that holds more people and that kind of thing, and we were able to secure the icon. I mean, it's been there 20 years. It's been ridden about 17 million times, and we are moving that thing to Branson and putting it right at one of our facilities. So we are very, very excited about that.
Without going too much into detail, how do you move something of that scale? In my head, I'm visualizing a giant map of the U.S. and a giant wheel rolling across the nation from Chicago to Missouri. How do you go about moving something of that magnitude?
Yeah, we thought, how hard can it be? It's round. I mean, you can roll it down here, right? We basically, the manufacturer who we bought the ride from, they took care of the shipping, thankfully, because it looked like quite the ordeal. But long story short, over a period of 4 days loading and then the very next day 4 days unloading, 26 semis came into Branson, 10 big container trucks with all the gondolas and lots of parts, and then all the steel was on, I guess, 16 semis of various lengths and all that sort of thing, lots of oversized loads. It was quite the deal. We actually went to Chicago, had a little film crew with us, and have kind of documented the whole move from the iconic wheel down to Branson, and then we had a film crew on the receiving end. So we've got all sorts of great shots. We had cameras hanging off of everything. We had it hanging off the cranes and the drones up in the air and all sorts of stuff, and it really showcased how big and how massive these steel parts are that comprise the Ferris wheel. It's 150 feet tall, 40 gondolas, so they hold 6 per gondola, so it holds 240 people. And I think maybe we could round up all of IU East and just bring them down and just put them on, fill that thing up. So
That'd be great. One last question, I'll let you go, because whatever you said pregame, I want to make sure you repeat it at halftime if we're going to play like that. But just a quick summary of some of the activities you're able to do with our guys this week during our visit to Branson.
Well, of course, the first one is we welcome them at Lambert's in Ozark, Missouri, just about a half hour up the road. Lambert's is the home of the Throwed Rolls. I don't remember if you went there 4 years ago, but yeah, it's awesome. And the guys, I think Lambert's loses money that week, I'm pretty sure, because they'll bring you as many plates as you want, and our guys took advantage. But the guys have come out to the track and enjoyed the track facilities. We've had a few meals with them. We went to all their practices and brought them some Gatorade and just cheered quietly from the sidelines in practice. So we're going to cheer not quietly the rest of this game and just keep this thing alive. So we're excited.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for joining me, and keep it up in the second half, and we'll hopefully look forward to doing this again tomorrow.
All right, yeah. Let's meet same place, same time tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Craig Westcott, president, owner of the Track Family Fun in Branson, Missouri. Thank you so much. And the honorary coach is so generous. All the ones we've had have been great. And the track, that's the second time the IU East has had the track. So generous with their facility, their time, and their resources, really making the Red Wolves feel welcome on their trips to the national tournament. Got the halftime stats in hand. IU East leads 45-28 against Tabor. Red Wolves looking for their very first national tournament win. Let's take a look at the stats. First for IU East, Dom Williams had foul trouble early on, limited to 2 points. He's also got 2 fouls. Jacoby Claypool with 2 points. He's got a couple of assists as well. Vashe Davis with just a huge first half. 17 points, already past his average. Got a couple rebounds as well. Hit 7 of 9 field goals, 2 of 3 from three-point range. 17 points. So Vashe Davis, a big reason. In fact, that is the margin of the IU East lead, 17 points. Lucas Huffman steady as always with 8. Parker Salinas a little bit slow getting untracked by his recent standards. Warmed up and finished the half with 7 points. Brad Hunt got some action. IU East saw a matchup they liked with 2 big guys in, Jason Ray and Brad Hunt in there together, and Brad Hunt able to work for 3 points for IU East. Nick Bolenbacher hit a couple three-pointers. He's got 6 points. Aaron Thomas, Jason Ray, Kyle Pippinger, and Nate Niehoff all played, did not score. Aaron Thomas and Nate Niehoff did grab 3 rebounds apiece while they were in there. IU East shooting 62% from the field. They've hit 54% of their three-pointers. Again, the one and only thing that you would complain about at this point if you're IU East is only 2 out of 6 from the free throw line. So if they hit a more normal percentage, that lead could really be something. For Tabor, Devondre Jones with 6 points. Most of those inside. Lance Carter, the top scorer for Tabor, he's got 5 points. That's 13 below his average, but we've also, in looking at game tape and reading the game stories, he can heat up in a hurry. So if you're IU East, you can't settle. Obviously, a great performance for 20 minutes on him, but can't settle on your laurels there. Jonathan Gibson without a basket. DeMarco Smith has 2 points for the Blue Jays. Malik Brooks, the high man, with 7 points, but he needed 7 shots to do it, hit just 2. Alan Arushia with 2 points. John Jednick has 6 points, most of those inside. Jordan Horstick and Tulio Perry played but did not score. Tabor, not too shabby on offense. They've hit half of their field goals. They've made 33% of their three-point goals, which is well above normal range, and they've hit 2/3 of their free throws. Notable numbers, IU East has kept it even on the boards. They are willing to live with that. Again, they've seen Tabor just an offensive machine, really. If you give them any extra possessions, you're in big trouble, and able to keep that pretty even so far. 11 turnovers by the Blue Jays, just 6 by IU East. That's a big factor in this game in the early going. So 45-28, IU East with a 17-point lead at the half. The winner of this game, I should say, will go against Valley City State, an upset winner, a come-from-behind winner earlier today, 65-64 against Tennessee Wesleyan College. That was a 6 against a 3. This game with IU East, this is a 7 against a 2. And the winner will play Valley City State, a 65-64 winner against Tennessee Wesleyan College earlier today here on this very floor. That game would be at 2:45 IU East time tomorrow in the round of 16. So now under a minute before we get going with the second half. Starting the half for IU East. They haven't updated the stars quite yet, so we'll hold off on that. Quick look at scores throughout this tournament. We mentioned the morning game as Valley City State with the 1-point win on a couple late free throws. The game right before this, Northwest Christian of Oregon knocked out Southwestern of Kansas, which is a team from Tabor's conference. So if you're looking for omens, that maybe was a positive one for IU East, seeing a team from Tabor's conference really get handled pretty easily by Northwest Christian out of the Cascade Conference. Yesterday, Kaiser University in the opening game knocked off Olivet Nazarene 77-66. Mount Mercy rallied to knock off Southern Oregon 98-97 in overtime. Coach Rigby and I were here for that one. Very action-packed game. Cornerstone defeated Cincinnati Christian out of the KIAC 87-69. CCU actually had an 11-point lead early in that one. Dakota State eliminated by St. Francis of Indiana 96-81. St. Francis came back from double digits down in the first half to win that one. Cal Maritime from the old conference from Joe Griffin, IU East Athletic Director, over Union. Davenport over St. Xavier. Warner knocked out the host college of the Ozarks, and Warner Pacific in a high-scoring win against Nebraska Wesleyan. So 20 minutes ago, IU East with a 17-point lead. Tabor with the ball. And right away a foul on Vache Davis as we're 7 seconds into this second half. So Vache picks up the personal, his first. Here is Tabor. They'll go down low to Devondre Jones. Pass from Carter on the left side, and Jones wheeled on the left block and dropped it in with one hand. Nice-looking shot. 45-30. IU East lead is 15. Here is Claypool to Dom Williams. Dom drives, kicks to Lucas Huffman for three. Good. And Red Wolves, at least not yet, haven't cooled down. 48-30. Lucas Huffman with 11. Red Wolves lead by 18. Here's Carter. Gets almost to the basket, has to spin, gives it back to DeMarco Smith, who was battling foul trouble for most of the first half. Now Carter, shot clock at 15. He's on the left side, faced by Vache Davis. Vache goes flying. We'll be interested to see what they're going to call. They're going to say offensive foul. I wouldn't necessarily say Vache drew the charge, but Carter with a big-time extension of the arm, and Vache went flying. And they call the offensive foul on Carter. That's 3 on the reigning KCAC Player of the Year. We'll see. I got to believe Tabor's going to go with him, trailing by 18. Here is Parker Salinas now for IU East. IU East is going to go around the horn to Claypool. Jacoby dribbles once. Parker on the cut. No good off back of the rim, but there for the rebound. Dom Williams almost had it, but couldn't quite collect it. Instead, it goes to Malik Brooks for Tabor, and the Blue Jays will go quickly. Here's Smith, left side, pass back to Brooks. Brooks cross court to Jones. On the right side, it's Carter. He's going to drive, picked up by Vache Davis. Skip pass to Smith. Smith fakes, shoots, can't draw iron. Parker Salinas will block out Jones and just let the ball go out of bounds. So we're down to 18-30 in the second half, and IU East has extended that halftime lead by 1. It's 48-30. Here comes Vache, guarded by Brooks. Vache between the legs, takes it the right side this time. Most of IU East action in the first half was successful driving to the left side. This time Vache tried to go right, couldn't keep a handle, and the ball goes skittering out of bounds. Ball goes to Tabor, 48-30 as we're on 18-15 to go in the second half. One-handed pass now, Smith. He's going to go to Brooks. Brooks to Carter. All the way across to Smith on the right corner. Guarded by Claypool. Takes the screen from Jones. He'll try the triple and rattles out. Rebound by Parker Salinas. Partway down, all the way out, and here comes IU East. Vache will try the right shot again. No good. It was blocked out of bounds by Gibson, and they're going to say after the shot was released an offensive foul on Vache. So just like that, Vache Davis with 2 quick ones here early in the second half. So 2 total fouls now on IU East's top scorer in this game. 17:45 to go. IU East leading by 18, seeking that first national tournament win. Tabor looking to break a 15-year tournament drought of its own. Now driving, it was Brooks. Jump between 2 defenders, and they're going to call Lucas Huffman on the whistle. Red Wolves thought that there was not a lot of contact there, but they're going to say that Brooks drew the contact on the drive on the right block, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. We've seen it on tape. We've read it in the articles. Tabor can get hot in a hurry. So even with an 18-point lead, IU East shouldn't be relaxing too much. And Tabor definitely, I'm sure, feels like they're still in this game. They've won 17 in a row, and they've won 30 games overall, which is tied for the national lead with Briar Cliff with most wins in the country so far this year. But right now the Red Wolves have got them by 18. First shot was no good by Brooks. Second shot was good. We're back to the halftime lead, which was 17, 48-31. Here's Jacoby Claypool. Right side, calling a set. Tabor's in a man. To Parker Salinas on the left wing. Back to Jacoby. Over to Dom Williams. And now Lucas Huffman. Lucas looks to the middle of the court. Tries to drive to the corner. Gets the ball knocked loose, but able to collect it before the turnover. Now Parker to Vache Davis. Head fake. Now a two-man game. Parker Salinas gets the pass and swishes the net. Got it in the left corner. Drove to the left elbow and knocked it in. Carter comes in a hurry. Tries to kick it out to Smith. Deflected by Huffman. And now in the hands of Brooks. Brooks drives, shoots. No good. And it comes back down to Brooks, blocked away by the Red Wolves. Huffman's got 2-on-2. He thinks better of it, brings it back to Vache Davis. Vache to Jacoby, to Parker. Quick ball movement to Dom Williams. Dom, step fakes, spins, shoots with the right hand, up and good! 52-31. IU East by 21. And Dom Williams is going to go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. Foul was on Gibson, his first, and checking out will be Brooks, as he may have taken some contact. He had two shots down low and a lot of traffic on the previous possession. Dom Williams knocks in the free throw, 53-31, 16:45 to go in this ballgame. IU East with a 22-point lead. Here is Carter for Tabor. Tries to work left with the right hand. Leaves it for Arusha. He's going to go from left to right. Tries to get it down low. Can't find anything. Carter thought about the 30-footer. He's going to drive with the left hand instead, and he's going to score. So Carter with a nice drive. And that makes it 53-33, IU East by 20. 16:15 to go. Here's Parker Salinas. Parker dribbles to the middle to Lucas Huffman on the curl. Wanted the shot. Couldn't corral the pass. Here comes Tabor with a 3-on-1. Bounce pass goes to Smith. Looked like it slipped out of his hands, but there to clean up the mess was Devondre Jones. Jones puts it in with the right hand, and it's down to 18-point lead, 53-35. IU East by 18. We're under 16 minutes to go in the game. Here's Jacoby Claypool, guarded by Arusha. Takes the screen from Dom Williams. Dom rolls, and there's the switch. Jacoby's got a mismatch, and here's the kick ball. It's going to stay with IU East. Shot clock at 15. 15:43 to go in this final half of play. Red Wolves by 18. And what do we got here? Oh, they're going to have one of the Red Wolves needed to tuck their jersey in, so we'll take care of that. 53-35, IU East with the lead and the ball. Into Lucas Huffman on the left block. He'll kick out to Parker Salinas. He'll try the long three. Knock it down. Parker for three. It's 56-35. Here comes Carter in a hurry. Up and good. Carter didn't waste any time on that. Bring it up with the right hand. That's something IU East saw on tape. He's excellent at getting the ball early offense and initiating scoring opportunities. IU East gives the Blue Jays a bit of their own medicine there. They go quickly the other way, and Parker Salinas got in deep and drew the contact and the foul on Jonathan Gibson. So Parker Salinas, who so far has 12 points on the afternoon, he'll go to the line looking for two more. First one rattles around again. That's the one thing that has not been good for IU East. Everything else has been pretty outstanding. Free throws not dropping for the Red Wolves. If you're an IU East fan, you hope that doesn't come back to bite you later in the game. Parker readies for his second shot. Shot up, shot. That one's good. 57-37, back to a 20-point lead for IU East. 15:23 to go. IU East with a little bit of pressure. They'll get it all the way across. They'll go down low to Gibson. Gibson will kick back out to Smith. Smith switches hands, drives left, gets it off the glass over Huffman, and good with the left hand. So DeMarco Smith with 2 points, 57-39. Red Wolves by 18. 15 minutes to go in this game. Here's Parker on the right side. Sweeps through, goes to Vache Davis on the left side, guarded by Jones. They'll find Huffman open for three. Good. And here's the steal by Vache Davis. Tabor got a bit lackadaisical with the inbound. Leaves it for Parker Salinas, and he scores on the left side, 62-39 IU East. Tabor down by 23 with the ball. Here is Carter. He'll try this extra long three. No good. Rebound, Vache Davis. He'll go to Jacoby. Jacoby behind the back. Contact and a foul on Smith. That's going to be his third. Jacoby probably got away with one there as he went behind the back when Smith was closing in quickly, but it works out to the Red Wolves' benefit as it's a foul on Smith. That's his third. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Full timeout, IU East, taken by the Red Wolves. 62-39. Red Wolves are 14 minutes from picking up that breakthrough win at the national tournament. Red Wolves were really pleased with their preparations coming into this game. Say they've done this national tournament thing 4 times now, and so they have kind of a base to know what a good workout looks like before going into this and what a not so good workout looks like going into this. And they were very pleased with their preparations, and it's paid off so far. They've hit open shots when they've had them, and to the tune of 67% actually. And after those of you that remember last year's game, IU East was the victim of a team, Concordia, that shot 67% for basically the entire game. So the Red Wolves, you had to figure they had a game coming where the basketball gods, as we call them in that part of the office, was bound to even out in IU East's favor. And at least through 26 minutes it has, with a hot shooting night. Tabor, again, not bad. They're shooting 48%, and they've put up 39 points. But most everything going right for the Red Wolves at this point, and they've earned a 62-39 lead. They'll break the huddle. IU East with the ball after the foul on Tabor. Again, the foul was on Smith. That's 4 team fouls on the Blue Jays. Inbound goes to Jacoby Claypool. He'll see what defense the Blue Jays are in. Looks like they're still in man. Jacoby dribbles to the left corner. Looks for Lucas. They're trying to work the 2-man game. Sticking to Lucas is Smith. They'll go instead to Aaron Thomas, who checked in during the timeout. Aaron's in the corner as Tabor has really extended its defense on this possession. Got to figure they'll do that throughout as they've got to come back from way down. Taking it to the trees is Jacoby Claypool. Blocked away by Jonathan Gibson, and with it on the rebound is Arusha. Here comes Tabor. Carter. He'll go down low to Gibson. Gibson spins and contact down low. There were 2 Red Wolves there. Let's see who they call it on. It's going to be on Nick Bolenbacher, his second, and team's 4th. You're listening to audio-only broadcast of IU East against Tabor. If you want the video broadcast, it's at NAINetwork.com. If you're seeing kind of a maroonish red screen, that's exactly what we want you to see. The video is exclusive to the NAI Network. We do, to make sure the software works, we have a webcam with an extreme close-up of the press table. But this is audio only. If you want the video broadcast, you'll want to watch at the NAINetwork.com. Tabor answers. DeMarco Smith got it in the left corner, got all the way to the basket and scored 62-41. They can score a lot of points in a hurry, so IU East obviously in a good position, but not time to warm up the bus yet either. Now the steal, quickly ahead, Smith tries to find Jones. Mishandled, otherwise it would have been a layup, and Tabor will reset. Shot clock down at 20, 13:25 to go of the game. Carter goes against Huffman, down the left side, shot, score. And now Carter with the score, 62-43, the lead down to 19, and IU East is going to take a 30-second timeout, try to calm things down a little bit. Tabor definitely starting to get in a bit of a rhythm on offense, and they've extended the defense a bit, so if you're IU East, you definitely want to make sure that you are prepared to handle it because you're going to get a much more aggressive defensive look in this last 13 minutes than what you saw in the first 27 minutes. And again, a lot of comeback stories early on in this national tournament. Taking a quick look at the games so far, just in the ones that we were here in person at. Mount Mercy came back from double digits down to beat Southern Oregon. Cornerstone came back, even though they did win by 18. They actually came back from double digits down to beat Cincinnati Christian. St. Francis had to come back from double digits down to beat Dakota State. Valley City in the first game this morning had to come back from double digits down to beat Tennessee Wesleyan. So IU East, if you play well, then a 19-point lead should be enough to hang on. But also, if you're IU East, not quite time to start making plans for that second round matchup either. Got to play it all the way to the finish. Again, we hope you'll stay tuned later today for the audio broadcast or pick up the video broadcast of the IU East women's team making its national tournament debut against Olivet Nazarene. And looking at the finals there, our KIAC brethren Asbury with an upset victory against St. Francis earlier today at the women's national tournament. And we talked about looking for omens that if you're IU East, that's got to give you a little bit of confidence. Asbury, obviously, from our conference. St. Francis from the conference that Olivet Nazarene is from, the Chicago Collegiate Athletics. So if you're looking for omens, a good omen for IU East in those women's results early on today. IU East puts it in bounds. Parker Salinas drives, and they're going to call him for steps as he ran into the double team. So ball back to Tabor, 62-43. Red Wolves by 19, but Tabor has scored on the last several possessions, so if you're IU East, got to lock in the defense. Here's Carter against Vache Davis. Spins, shoots, scores. He spun left, went back right, and then went back left again. A nice move to free up space. 62-45. IU East lead is 17. Here's Jacoby Claypool. He's going to take it to the right block. Dribble out left, all alone on the baseline, shoots and scores. Two people went after Jacoby, then two people went after the person Jacoby was trying to throw it to. Left Jacoby all alone, 8 feet from the basket, and he switched the shot, 64-45, 12:20 to go. Tabor now, long three-point attempt by Smith, no good. Rebound by Thomas, gives it to Jacoby Claypool, goes between the legs, long pass ahead to Parker Salinas on the run. Parker stops, leaves it for Aaron Thomas. Aaron with the right hand scores. Parker had on the block, and Aaron dove down from the right elbow and had an open look. Red Wolves pushed the lead back up to 21, 66-45. It's been as big as 23. Kicked out of bounds by Jacoby Claypool to stop the Blue Jay fast break a little bit. Red Wolves by 21, 66-45. Here is Smith. Pass over to Brooks. Brooks gets it to the right corner, and he'll dribble back out and go to Smith. Smith to Brooks, right side. Now on the baseline to Jednick. Kick out to Brooks for the long three, no good. And there for the rebound is Nick Bolenbacher. 66-45, Red Wolves by 21. Here's Parker Salinas. One dribble, picked up the dribble, wishes he hadn't able to get it to Aaron Thomas. Now to Jacoby Claypool to Vache Davis. Vache on the right side. Tries to drive, he'll stop, give it to Parker. Over to Jacoby Claypool, shot clock at 10. Jacoby takes the screen from Aaron Thomas, goes between the legs, top of the key. Now he'll drive left, goes around Jednick, down to 3, down to 2. Here's Parker, turn around, good! Parker with the turnaround fadeaway, 68-45, Red Wolves by 23, 11 minutes to go. Lance Carter now, he's going to drive right, goes up against Thomas, so he blocked it away, but also got plenty of contact. So the ball it'll be 2 free throws, I should say, for Lance Carter, who has been very, very, very aggressive, and I should add very, very, very effective the last several trips for Tabor. He had 5 at halftime. He's already up to 13. He's got 8 in this early stages of the second half. He is the reigning KCAC Player of the Year. We mentioned Tabor ran the table in that conference, but not a lot of common opponents between these two. And IU East, if you've followed the Red Wolves, played 11 national tournament teams this year, played 9 teams that were ranked in the top 25 at the time that they played them. So there's not a whole lot that IU East hasn't seen. So they figured going in, if they played well, they'd like their chances as well as anyone. And they've played well, and they have a 22-point lead. 68-46, 10:59 to go in the second half. Carter's second free throw is good. So now 15 for Carter, and a 68-47 lead for IU East. Salinas checks out. Lucas Huffman checks in. Tabor will go with a full court press. We'll see if they stay with it after the ball is inbound. Inbound to Nick Bolenbacher, and they're going to fall back. Bolenbacher will bring it with the right hand. Gets past Carter. Tries for the reach run. Nick able to protect the ball. Nick drives back to the left side. Now down to the block. It's Vache. Vache spins left. Up on the glass. Good. Vache Davis with 19 points. IU East by 23. 70-47. Here is Carter. He drives, kicks in the corner to Jednick. Jednick checks his feet, shoots the three, no good back to the rim. There for the rebounds, Vache Davis. Up ahead to Nick Bollenbacher. Nick's thought he might have 2-on-2, leaves it for Lucas Huffman. Lucas drives and to Vache Davis, make sure he gets in bounds. Now he goes out of the corner to Nick Bollenbacher. Stutter step, gets to the basket and drops it in. 25-point lead for IU East, 72-47. Now Smith on the drive, and it's going to be a foul on Jacoby Claypool. As Tabor the last several trips, mainly Carter and really anyone that gets has just kind of put their head down and driven to the basket, which not a horrible idea because they're pretty good at it and they need points in a hurry. That time it results in a foul on Jacoby Claypool. Team 7th, that is the second on Jacoby, and that'll send DeMarco Smith to the free throw line. I don't think it was a shooting foul. Yeah, 1-and-1, doesn't matter, he hit the first. 72-48, Red Wolf lead is 24. Dom Williams in, Jacoby Claypool out. Probably get him a rest before the stretch run, as you got to figure Tabor's going to be pressing at every opportunity the rest of the way. Second shot coming for Smith. Shot is up, shot is good. 72-49, 10-11 to go. Red Wolves by 23. 10 minutes away from that, what has been elusive national tournament victory. Vache goes right, spins left, can't get it to go, gets his own, and he'll bring it back out. Nick Bollenbacher open for the three, no good off the right side. Dom Williams fights for the rebound. He had position on Carter. My apologies, that's Perry, Tulio Perry. And it's going to stay IU East ball after the foul on Perry. That's his second on the over-the-back call. And IU East will have the ball out of bounds as we've gone under 10 minutes, 72-49, 9:56 to go. Bollenbacher gives the ball the slap, fakes to Huffman in the left corner, goes out to Vache Davis. Vache, middle to Lucas Huffman. Lucas back out to Vache at the top of the key. Tabor with some trapping action now. Two defenders everywhere IU East goes. Cross-court pass to Lucas Huffman. Lucas fakes the three. Dribbles, leaning, shot, no good from about 10 feet. Down with the rebound is Carter. Way up ahead to Brooks. Brooks shoots the long three, no good. They've had several in and out. But there for the offensive rebound this time is Gibson. Gibson will drop it in, and it's 72-51, 9:30 to go. Here's Vache, guarded by Brooks. Slows it down, shot clock at 20, game clock at 9:20 as well. Vache between the legs, takes the screen from Thomas, kicks over to Dom Williams. Dom on the left side, dribbles to the free throw line. He'll take it down the left side, and we're going to have a reach-in called against Malik Brooks. Team 6, so one more, and IU East will be shooting free throws. And they're going to say Dom was going into the act of shooting, which... he was. They got him before he actually got the ball above his hips. I'm a little surprised that they're giving him the two shots, but as an IU East fan, I will most assuredly take it. First shot good by Dom, 73-51. Jacoby in, Nick out, Parker in, Aaron out for IU East. 22-point lead for the Red Wolves. They were very, very happy with their preparations for this game, and so far their optimism has been rewarded. Second shot, no good. Rebound by Carter. Here he comes. 2 seconds to get from the rebound to the free throw line. Also got to the basket, but blocked away by Vache Davis. Here comes Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby down the left side, in the corner to Lucas Huffman. Quick pass out to Vache Davis. Vache spins, left hand, good! Vache been unstoppable today. He's got 21, and the Red Wolves are up by 24. The other way quickly, Brooks. Brooks can't get it to go. Ball batted around. Parker diving save as he goes into the tournament worker hospitality area. Saves it to Jacoby Claypool. To Vache Davis, who has given it everything he's got on this sequence. To Parker for three. Bounces around the rim, no good. Rebound by Jonathan Gibson. Here comes Tabor in a hurry. Ball goes to Smith, and a foul by Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby didn't agree, but maybe not the worst thing, as we had several winded IU East players, and this will give the Red Wolves a chance to sub. Vache out, Nick Bollenbacher in, Tulio Perry in, Malik Brooks out, and going to the line to shoot what I believe was the one in bonus will be DeMarco Smith. 1-and-1, indeed, Smith. Shot up, shot no good, almost kind of shot that with two hands. Rebound comes down to Dom Williams. He'll give it to Lucas Huffman. And Luke will give it to Jacoby Claypool. 8:20 to go. Here's Lucas Huffman on the left side. Goes to Dom Williams. Left elbow extended. Dom picks up the dribble, hands off to Lucas Huffman, and he'll go to Parker Salinas way out on the left side. To Nick Bollenbacher, to Lucas. Down low to a wide open Dom Williams. He'll go under the basket and put it in with the right hand. Red Wolves by 26. Quick the other way, DeMarco Smith, and I think that's what we're going to see from Tabor the rest of the way. They're just going to throw it the length of the court and go. They're down, but right now they're down by 24. IU East with a 77-53 lead. They're going to look to use clock as often as they can, but they're getting some open shots. They can't help it take them. As Lucas got hurt driving in for that one. A little bit shaken up, but Nick Bollenbacher there to pick him up, and Lucas bounces up, I wouldn't say quickly, but healthily, which if you're an IU East fan, that's all you ask for. Lucas also a bit winded. He's asking for a sub after he shoots these free throws. So Lucas will shoot 2 with the Red Wolves up by 24, 77-53. 14 points so far for Lucas. First shot up, first shot good. Vache's going to check in for him after a quick break. (78-53). Second shot up, second shot. That one rattles off. Rebound comes down to Lance Carter. Carter on the drive, tries to go over the shoulder to Jones. Jones ran out of real estate, but able to save it. Throws it to the corner for Smith. Smith can't hit the three out of the corner. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. And here comes IU East leading by 25. 7:30 to go. Say at this point, want to stay sharp. If you do that, if you run clock, you're in pretty good shape. Dom Williams, top of the key. Lucas Huffman, 3 from the top of the key, short. Rebound to Carter. Carter will bring it himself, guarded by Claypool. Carter to the left hand, gets past Williams, gets past Bollenbacher. What do we got? If it's a charge, it'll be his 5th, but they're going to say Nick didn't quite get set. And so Carter will go to the line to shoot 2. Nope, that's the 9th team foul. My apologies. They switched the scoreboard very quickly. So 1-1 here for Carter. Red Wolves, pick your cliche at this point, but whatever cliche helps you get home with a 25-point lead and 7 minutes left. Missed the free throw, but Tabor got the offensive rebound. That was Smith. Perry missed the 3, but another long offensive rebound, as you hear the Red Wolf coaching staff saying in coach speak, block out on those long rebounds. Now here's Carter, stopped by Williams, and the ball is just going to bounce out of bounds. Ball to IU East. Say again, don't want to get too overconfident, but it's one of those days where just everything is bounced right for IU East and everything is bounced wrong for Tabor, and it's a 25-point lead for IU East. Vache Davis, as we saw, Lucas Huffman jog, and I say jog is probably a good thing, to the training room. Hopefully just a bit shaken up, and he'll be fine for whenever he's next needed. Vache tried to drive to the left side, tried to leave it for a cutting teammate, but the teammate stopped cutting. Lance Carter came away with the steal and took it the rest of the way himself. 78-55, the lead down to 23. The clock down to 6:30. Here's Dom Williams. Dom driving right side, goes up over the hands of Jonathan Gibson, air ball. Tabor tried to go the other way quickly, but Jacoby Claypool there to intercept the long pass. Up ahead to Parker Salinas. Parker can't get it to go. Tipped out by Dom Williams. There for the rebound is Jordan Horstick. And here comes Tabor. Julio Perry's going to try to drive against Bollenbacher. Nick stops him. Kick out to Lance Carter. Carter for 3. No good. Rebound. 2 Tabor players collided. It goes to Dom Williams. And IU East with the ball back, leading by 23, under 6 to go. And I'll tell you, the Red Wolves have definitely left it on the floor today. They are huffing and puffing, but their efforts have paid off in a 23-point lead, and the Red Wolves call timeout, leading 78-55, 5:52 to go in this ball game. Pippinger's going to check in for the Red Wolves, as you got to figure they'll run a lot of fresh bodies in and out for this last 5:52. Again, the winner will face Valley City State. That's a team IU East faced back in December. Lost that game by 9. It was a game where IU East kind of got down 10 right before halftime. Never really out of it, but also never really made a run either. And IU East, a team that prides itself on thoroughly scouting opposition. It'll definitely be helpful to have already played them once this year. Already got a look at Valley City State earlier this season. Again, stay tuned. Coming up at 4:30 IU East time, Caleb Gillick will be on the call for the IU East women's basketball team making its national tournament debut against Olivet Nazarene University. And you'll want to tune in for that one. It's going to be, or it projects to be, a very high-scoring, up-and-down, entertaining game. Olivet, to date, plays a very unique run-and-gun, sub 5 in, 5 out every 30 seconds. They average about 15 more possessions than anyone else in the country. So going to be an entertaining, one would think, contest between the Red Wolves and the Tigers coming up at 4:30 IU East time. Again, you can listen to that at IUERedwolves.com. Just hit refresh a few times before 4:30, and that broadcast will pop up for you. IU East ball back in, 5:40 to go. Brad Hunt in for IU East. Screens a couple times for Jacoby. Jacoby instead will go to Parker Salinas. Tabor with the defense extended. IU East operating around the perimeter. Jacoby kicks it out to Nick Bollenbacher. Nick for three as the shot clock runs down. No good, but the rebound comes out to Jordan Horstick. Here comes Tabor. And Jacoby Claypool picked up Carter early, which was definitely a point of emphasis in the IU East game plan, but made a little too much contact. And now going to the line to shoot the double bonus will be Lance Carter. That's 4 on Jacoby. Again, with a 23-point lead, hopefully it won't come to that, but you got to figure Tabor's going to be pressing, and you got to figure IU East wants Jacoby in there if Tabor does press. So you're hoping that Jacoby doesn't pick up a 5th foul anytime soon. 78-55, 5:24 to go. First shot by Carter was no good. Carter needs one more free throw to get to his average of about 18 a game. He's got 17 right now. Shot is up and good, so 78-56. Another sub, Brooks back in. As you got to figure, Tabor's going to sub a lot after any kind of stoppage on that end of the court to give itself time to set up some pressure. Bollenbacher will bring it up for IU East. He's guarded by Brooks. They'll bring it up the left side. Takes it to the wing, backs in, goes to Brad Hunt at the top of the key. Handoff to Nick Bollenbacher to Kyle Pippinger. Pip goes from right to left, and he's going to get whistled for the offensive foul. 22 up against 22. Foul on Pip as Brooks took the charge for Tabor. And IU East leads by 22. Ball back to Tabor, 5:08 to go. They're going to let a few seconds, or I should say not run off, as they let the ball roll to midcourt before Carter picks it up. Shooting quickly is Horstick off the side of the backboard. It got hit by a whole bunch of people, and they're going to say Jason Ray, last one to touch it. Jason Ray, I'm not sure negotiating or sincere, but jokingly disputes that with the referee. Back into Tabor. They work it around to Tulio Perry, who knocks down the three. 78-59, so back down under a 20-point lead, but also under 5 minutes to go. Here is Nick Bollenbacher. Finds Parker Salinas cutting, and he'll drop it in for two. Two people were chasing Nick, which left no one to chase Parker, and Parker cut to the block and had a wide-open layup. Tabor the other way. Brooks thought about the three, thought better of it. Around to Horstick. Horstick fakes, goes baseline to Jednick. Jednick will kick it out to Perry, who banks in a three. So the Blue Jays starting to find the range from deep. 80-62. IU East by 18, 4:20 to go. Here is Bollenbacher. He'll bring it up against Brooks. Gets the screen from Hunt. Looks for Brad. Decides to go to Pip at the top of the key. Over to Jason Ray. Jason sweeps, drives, shoots, and gets hit by a couple players. They've got two options as far as who they want to call the foul on. It's going to go against Perry, which I believe it should have gone against Jednick, but only the third. No one really in deep foul trouble for Tabor. Jason Ray will go to the line for IU East. We're down to 4:09 in the game. IU East leads 80-62. First free throw up and first free throw good. 81-62. As Vache Davis checks back in, Pippinger back out. You got to figure the Red Wolves will be spending a lot of this last 4:09 at the line, so hopefully improve on that free throw percentage, which today just 46% in this game. Two makes, though, by Jason Ray, 82-62. And that'll improve that free throw percentage. It'll push it back above 50%. Red Wolves now 8-15 from the line. 82-62, 4:08 to go. DeMarco Smith brings it on the dribble against Vache Davis. He's going to keep going to the left side, gets to the left baseline. Kicks out to Horstick. Horstick fakes the three, goes to Brooks. Brooks trying to work against Bolenbacher. Gets a screen, shoots from the free throw line, no good. Long rebound goes to Perry. Perry kicks in the corner to Smith. Smith can't get it to go. Rebound by Vache Davis. And it looks like Vache may have got hit as he grimaces a little bit, but able to get control of the ball and bring it up with 3:41 to go. Vache gets past Smith and foul on Smith. That's his fourth. Vache's going to go to the line. That puts IU East in the double bonus. 10th team foul on Tabor. No, my apologies. That is only 9. I will say the scoreboard operator is very quick on getting the fouls up there. So I looked up there the moment that Vache got fouled, and it said 9, and it's because it was the 9th. They got it up there instantly. So it's 1-1 for Vache. He knocks that one down. 83-62, 3:39 to go. Again, thank you for joining us for this audio-only broadcast. Be sure to tune in about 2 hours for IU East women against Olivet Nazarene. That'll also be audio-only. If you want to see the video, you'll want to go to NAINetwork.com, and you can purchase a subscription to see the IU East teams in action. Tabor the other way. Smith missed the runner, and then that's Jednick went in, tried to slam it, and didn't quite get enough elevation. The result of that was that he got his hand in the ball, jammed in the rim, and landed flat on his back. They're going to call the foul on Bolenbacher. I think Nick was just at the wrong place, wrong time. I don't think he had anything to do with the miss or maybe a bit of contact, but definitely didn't cause the fall. So that sends Jednick to the line for 2. He made the first to make it 83-63. Jacoby back in, Nick back out. They'll probably keep the 2-point guards interchanging, try to keep them fresh in this last 3 minutes. Second shot good by Jednick, 83-64, 19-point lead for IU East, 3:30 to go. Full court press by Tabor, but they'll fall back as Jacoby Claypool will bring it up. Guarded by Horstick. Jacoby brings it to the right side. Vache clears out. It's Jacoby on his own one-on-one against Horstick. Goes to Brad Hunt. Now to Lucas Huffman on the left elbow extended. Lucas to cutting Parker. Parker stops, leaves it for Brad. Brad shoots the floater. No good. Long. And rebound comes down to Horstick. 3 minutes to go. Horstick will bring it himself. Bounce pass to Perry. Perry in the corner against Huffman. Perry will drive baseline, go behind the back. Tries to get to the block. Instead, he'll kick it in the corner to Brooks. Brooks for 3. No good. Rimmed out. I will say on Tabor's behalf, they've had several shots rim in and out that if you're IU East, you're glad those didn't drop on any kind of regular basis. As it is, IU East leads by 19, 83-64, 2:45 to go. Here is Vache Davis. Drives left. Stops at the elbow. Ball batted around. Vache looked to chase it down, but tipped out by Horstick before he could get there. IU East will have it out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock and 2:35 on the game clock. 2:35 away from that first national tournament win. They lost in 2011 to Indiana Wesleyan, which actually follows the Red Wolves here. Lost in 2012 to Warner out of Florida. Lost last year to Concordia out of Oregon. But they're 2 minutes and change from picking up a win against the 6th-ranked team in the country, which would be the Red Wolves' second top 10 win this year. They also took out Davenport in December when Davenport was ranked in the top 10, which they still are. Tabor continues to attack. Smith gets to the basket and scores, 83-66, down to a 17-point lead, but only 2 minutes left. Here's Vache on the left side. Stops in the left corner, takes the screen from Brad Hunt. Brad rolls. Vache keeps going right. Hands off to Jacoby Claypool. Jacoby has the shot clock to 15 to Brad Hunt. Brad with a little shuffle step. Ball gets loose, dives on it, and pointing. Let's see if it's a foul travel or timeout. It's a timeout. IU East. So the Red Wolves will go to the benches, leading by 17 with $1:54 to go. 114 more seconds, and we can put this one in the books as a win. It'd be the 20th win of the season for IU East, which would be the not-so-small matter. It'd be the 6th time in the last 8 years that IU East has been part of the 20-win club. They came into this 1913, and if they can hold on for our 114 more seconds, they'll improve to 20-13. It'll be their 6th 20-win season in the last 8 years. Again, if they can hold on, it'll be tomorrow at 2:45 IU East time, 1:45 Branson time, against Valley City State. That was a 9-point setback for IU East earlier this season. Valley City had the 1-point upset win, or upset in terms of seedings anyway, against Tennessee Wesleyan College in the first game of the morning here at Keeter Gymnasia. IU East is the 7 seed in this 8-team bracket. Tabor is the 2. And the Red Wolves have really led this one from start to finish. Jacoby Claypool will bring it in for IU East. Left side underneath the Red Wolves basket. Wide open, Dom Williams. It's up. Can't get the and one as the two Fort Wayne natives high five after the successful inbounds play. So Dom Williams will go to the line. Tabor now for sure in the double bonus. And Dom Williams will shoot 2. Dom Williams will shoot 2 for IU East. Shot up for Dom. Shot good for Dom. 84-66. Red Wolves by 18. Second shot for Dom Williams. Shot up. Shot good. 85-66. Red Wolves by 19. Here comes Smith. Smith all the way. Gets caught in traffic. 2 Red Wolves there. They're going to call a foul on either Dom Williams, and it is Dom. It also could have been Jacoby Claypool. That'll send DeMarco Smith to the line to shoot 2, as we're probably going to see a lot of free throws in this last minute 48. Say Tabor's just going to get it and go to the basket, and IU East is going to get fouled most likely. So a lot of free throws upcoming. First free throw, no good. As Nate Niehoff will check in. Lucas Huffman, good to see him in. We saw him go into the training room. Then we saw him stretching out. Those of you that are old school fans, he was kind of stretched out on the floor, old Larry Bird style, when the Boston Celtics legend would have to stretch out later in his career. So good to see that Lucas went in. Hopefully that bodes well for what we hope will be another game tomorrow. Here comes Vache. Tabor not fouling, so while both teams have their first unit in, it looks like Tabor not quite surrendering, but also not going to foul to extend the game. Nate Niehoff tries the 3. Doesn't go, but goes long off the back of the rim. He chases down his own. Red Wolves will bring it out, and they should be able to bring it under a minute after this possession. Minute 20 on the game clock, about 25 on the shot clock. Here's Vache. He'll take it all the way and get blocked away by Jednick, but he also got hit on the way in. And a foul on Perry will send Vache Davis to the line. Vache's got 22. Obviously, a whole bunch of players have had good days for IU East as the first free throw rattles out. But a quick look for IU East, as now the celebration begins on the IU East bench. As subs starting to check in and the fans cheering as each Red Wolf checks out. 22 for Vache. Whole bunch of people in double figures as he misses the second free throw. Parker with 19, Lucas with 15, Dom with 10. As we have a layup for John Jednick, 85-68. We're about to go under a minute in this game. Bolenbacher will bring it up, guarded by Gibson. Cross-court pass to Jason Ray as they break the pressure to Nate Niehoff in the middle of the free throw circle. He catches it with one hand, gets it back to Bolenbacher as we're down to 50 seconds. 10 on the shot clock. Dom drives. No look pass to Vache in the corner. Shoots the 3. Good. Vache with the exclamation point on this one for IU East. Hits the three-pointer from the left corner. He's got 25 points as he and Coach Hester share a hug. And the Red Wolves up by 20, 88-68, 43 seconds to go. And they're going to play tomorrow in the round of 16 for the first time in the program's 9-year history. A lot of smiles on that IU East bench. Coach Sanders also shares a hug with Vache. Coach Sanders, Coach Rigby on teams that played at this tournament, unable to get a win, and they're as happy as anyone that an IU East team is going to play in the round of 16 at the national tournament. IU East ball 24, 23, 22, 21. Dom Williams out top. They'll triple team him to Nate Niehoff. Over in the corner to Kyle Pippinger. He'll try a 3 and he'll knock it down as everyone is on fire for the Red Wolves today. 91-68, 23-point lead. Perry down to 10. He spins, kicks it out to Jednick. Down to 7. Three-pointer no good. Rebound tipped out to Jednick again. Perry will shoot it to end the game. 1 second. There's the buzzer. Ball rims out. And how sweet it is as the Red Wolves advance to the round of 16 at the NAIA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament. Final score, 31st ranked IU East 91 and the 6th ranked Tabor Blue Jays 68. Just the Red Wolves, one of those days we mentioned. The other times that IU East has been here, it's been a thing where it seems like everything has gone wrong for IU East. The other teams have played well. Sorry about the delay. Making our interview request. Yes, please. And we hopefully will have Vache Davis and Coach Hester here in just a couple seconds. Apologize for the delay as we were taking care of some media obligations. 91-68, IU East with the emphatic win in the first round of the NAIA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament. While we wait for Vache and hopefully Coach Hester, we'll take a quick look at the scoring. Vache Davis, the high man for IU East today, with 25 points. Parker Salinas warmed up after what was, by his recent standards, a slow start. Finished with 19 points. Lucas Huffman with 15, right on his average. Dom Williams, after missing much of the first half with foul trouble, worked his way to 10 points.
See you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Get a high five from Craig Westcott as you heard him say, see you tomorrow. The big win for the Red Wolves, and thanks to our team sponsor from the track here in Branson. Continuing to look at the IU East scoring, 3 points for Brad Hunt, who saw quite a bit of action today. Red Wolves got some matchups that they liked. Number 4, Jacoby Claypool. 4 points for number 5, Jacoby Claypool. A lot of numbers close together on the number spectrum there. 8 points for Nick Bollenbacher, including a couple very timely threes in the early moments when IU East took control of this game. 2 points for Aaron Thomas, 2 points for Jason Ray, 3 points for Kyle Pippinger, who put kind of the exclamation point on that one with a three-pointer just before the final buzzer. For Tabor, again, looked like a fine team, especially on offense. Just a rough day for them as their 17-game winning streak comes crashing to an end at the hands of the Red Wolves. Their leading scorer, as it has been all season, Lance Carter with 18 points. 12 points for DeMarco Smith, 10 points for Devondre Jones, 2 points for Alan Arushia. Jordan Horstick did not score. 8 points for Malik Brooks, 2 points for Jonathan Gibson, 6 points for Tulio Perry, and 10 points for John Jednick for a total of 68. Looking at some of the team stats here, IU East was shooting almost 70% much of the game, cooled down, relatively speaking, to finish the game at 58% shooting. Tabor shot 44%, actually a little bit above their average, but some other things plagued them. Three-point shooting, that was the difference. IU East knocked down 52% of its three-point attempts, 12 out of 23. Tabor just 4 out of 21 from three-point range, and that really was the difference. Just the Red Wolves, they call it basketball for a reason. The Red Wolves made baskets, and the Blue Jays on this day, and it looked like this was not typical of them, but cold from three-point range, and it resulted in a big win for IU East. Free throws, neither team shot particularly well there. 58% for Tabor, 10 out of 17. 52% for IU East, 11 out of 21. Thankfully, didn't really matter much. Rebounds, IU East, they wanted to make sure they won the rebounding battle. Didn't. Out-rebounded by 4, 33-29, but it turned out not really to matter since the Red Wolves were shooting so well. 16 assists for IU East, 6 for Tabor. 7 steals for both teams. 14 turnovers both ways. That was very much in IU East's favor in the early going. Early on, Tabor had quite a few more turnovers, and that helped IU East build its lead. 2 block shots for IU East, 1 for Tabor. 20 fouls called on the Red Wolves, 19 called on the Blue Jays. as I see Vache Davis sprinting this way. Good to see he has some energy left because he definitely left it all on the floor. And a great performance, 25 points, really set the tone early, set the tone late, and led the Red Wolves to their first national tournament win. So, Vache, those words, first national tournament win, how's that sound?
That sounds great for the program, great for the guys that played before us. We just wanted to go out there and play hard and let the result handle itself.
You really set the tone early, not just making shots, but from where I was saying, no signs of nerves. You hit a lot of shots early to really, I thought, settle things down. Talk about things you may have had in your mind to really get the team off to a good start today.
I got the jitters out last year, so I just wanted to come out here and play. Bright lights, time to play.
And then look to me, I was fortunate enough you all let me sit in on practices and film sessions, so I had a reasonably good idea what the game plan was, and it looked like it got followed pretty closely. Talk about what the game plan was and how well the team followed it today.
We just wanted to come out with a lot of energy and play defense, and we know we had good initial defense, and we just had to finish it with the rebound.
Valley City State tomorrow in about 24 hours. Actually, a team we've played. I played them out at Bellevue. It was, I believe, a 9-point setback. Both teams a little different now. What could you learn from that one, and what needs to happen tomorrow to return the tables on the Vikings?
Just getting out on the shooters, and like I said, playing good initial defense and crashing with the rebound and playing our basketball.
And any congratulations on the win. Any message for the fans listening back in Richmond?
We love you guys and continue to support. We here for another day.
Congratulations, Vache Davis. 25 points and a big win for IU East. First ever here at the national tournament. And then coming up next, Indiana Wesleyan, a team we're quite familiar with, is going to be up next. I don't think Coach Hester is going to be joining us, but obviously has to be pleased with the way his team played. Again, the final score, IU East 91, Tabor 68. Again, go get yourself a snack. Tune back in about an hour and 50 minutes for the IU East women against Olivet Nazarene from Sioux City, Iowa. Again, that's going to be an audio-only broadcast, so if you don't see any pictures, don't panic. It's meant to be audio only. And then we'll be back at it here tomorrow, 2:45 IU East time. I hope you'll join us as IU East tries to go from sweet to elite. They'll play in the round of 16, trying to get to the Elite 8 of this NAIA Division II National Championship against Valley City State. You've been listening to IU East Red Wolves basketball at IUERedwolves.com and the Red Wolves Sports Network. We'll hear you later this afternoon.